Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This was not a planned video, but I wanted to share with you as quickly as possible. As you can see here, I have a Fashionphile box in front of me. For those of you who follow me on Instagram at Hello Catwalk City, you probably already know that I made one last purchase of 2019 and I was eagerly waiting for the shipment to arrive, and it finally arrived today. It is about dinner time here in New York. The lighting is bad. I'm just sitting on the wood floor of my bedroom with some lamps on and trying my best to just get this video out to you. So who am I kidding? Of course I already unboxed it. This is not a true unboxing. I tore through this thing like a beast. If I could, I would have torn through it with my teeth. It is a Chanel, and it is a Chanel bag that I have been lusting after for a very long time. It is a very specific color that has been very difficult to find. So I'm going to reveal it to you. It's not even in the box. It's sitting on my lap. So here it is. It is the Chanel Mini Square in the dark pink. Some people refer to this as the raspberry red or raspberry pink. I can see why. It definitely has pink and red undertones and changes a little bit depending on the lighting. So the lighting right now is really bad. I hope that the color is coming through somewhat okay. It's a really pretty shimmery quality, the caviar leather with the silver hardware. This was listed in excellent condition and it is absolutely excellent. There's no visible wear, scratches, or anything like that on the hardware. Let me just move the strap to the back. The inside is pristine. It is made in France. I checked for that before ordering it. It came with the full set authenticity card, dust bag, and box. So I have this one. It's a 26 series. I believe this is the 18B, the dark pink that is so highly sought after, including from myself. So the sides have a very nice, neat sort of triangular tuck that you will see on a lot of the classic flaps. If it were up to me, of course I have to be, OCD because that's who I am. If it were up to me, I would prefer this to go down a little bit further versus having this triangular base end right here. It would be like that. And the same here, it would be like so. But the fact that they are even on both sides makes me feel like, not a big deal. If only one side was like this and the other side was more, the indentation went further down, that would bother me because you guys know I like symmetry. So here's the front. It's super cute. Super, super, super cute. Here's the back. But here's the thing, guys. I'm going to be honest. I love this bag. It's not a cheap bag. I paid slightly over retail price because this is a discontinued color, or it was a seasonal color, so it's not like I can go into the boutiques and grab one from there. So I did pay a little bit, just a tiny bit over retail, which I was more than happy to do because, like I said, I've been hunting this down for a while and it is in such great condition. But I noticed two things that are really bothering me. As soon as I tried it on, I noticed that the strap length is considerably longer than what I expected, because I think it's a known fact that the Chanel Mini Square strap is shorter than the Chanel Mini Rectangular flap. And I have a Chanel wallet on chain. That chain is more delicate, a little bit thinner. It's very feminine and beautiful, but it is long. So I'm about 5'5", borderline 5'6". And when I wear the Chanel wallet on chain crossbody, it hits right below my hip. So when I tried this on crossbody, it was basically exactly the same spot. So I was kind of confused, and I probably should have paid closer attention to the chain length on the Fashionphile posting, because it says they're 24.75 inches. And normally a lot of the Chanel minis out there, depending on the years, I know there's slight variations, but they usually range between 19, 20, and 21 inches. So this is considerably longer. Not a huge problem for me if this is authentic. That's my point. I'm getting a little bit freaked out because I've not seen a Chanel mini with such a long chain, and I know there are crazy fakes and replicas out there, which I have absolutely no interest in. And if this is a fake that somehow got into the hands of Fashionphile by accident, and they pass this along as an authentic piece, again, hopefully by accident, it's definitely going back. Of course, I would not keep this, but I'd be really, really bummed and disappointed. So that's the first thing, and I am pleading with you guys, if you see this video, please let me know in the comments below if you have seen any Chanel minis, especially if it's from this series, the 26 series, and if you have this exact bag, even better, please let me know what the chain drop is, and that's from basically from the top of the bag all the way to the tippy top of the chains if you were to pull this up. And like I said, this measures about 24 inches and 3/4, so 24.75 inches, almost 25 inches from here to the top if I pull it up like this. And again, I was expecting it to be closer to about 21 inches. And then I also noticed something that's also bothering me, and I don't want to sound like I'm such a picky body, but this was not cheap, and I want it to be, you know, what I expected. On the Fashionphile listing, it was noted that on one side of the chain, just about, you know, a few inches over here, there's some staining. So if you look closely, I don't know if you can see, it's not that noticeable, but it's a little bit darker, as if maybe something was spilled on it, maybe some dark wine, or just some rubbing maybe from dark clothes. On this side, you don't have that. It's pretty red. It matches the rest of the bag, but here, just for about 5 inches or so, there is this slight dark staining, which I knew about, like I said, and I was like, who cares? It's only about this much, and that's not enough to deter me from getting this bag that I have been hunting down. But this here was not noted on the Fashionphile website. So let me see if I can give you guys a close-up. Maybe I can use this kind of as a backdrop. If you look very closely, you can see there is like this shifting of the leather. So the leather is folded, right? All folded and woven through the chain. But you can see that the top fold has shifted back, and there's like this grime. Can you guys see that? Please don't say I'm crazy. Definitely this part of the chain, the leather does not line up, and there is like this gritty, almost like sandy, sticky grime, and it goes kind of far down. Oh gosh, do you see? Okay, so it goes up to about here. Oh, and that's where the staining ends. Look at that. So right there, do you see that line? So up to there, there's darkness, and then the leather is not lined up, and there's a little bit of like, I don't know what to call it. It just looks a little dirty. And the rest of the chain is okay. So it's supposed to look neat like this, but if you compare it to here, it's not lined up. You see, you can see the bottom fold, because it's sort of shifted over. So I don't know how much this bothers me. It kind of does bother me, especially because it wasn't mentioned on the Fashionphile website, and usually they're super meticulous about just listing all of the details. So that combined with the fact that the chain length is quite long, I don't know. I'm really questioning the authenticity. Oh, one more thing. Okay, so here, you see where the chain ends? There's a gap. There is a gap in that chain right there. Shouldn't that be closed and neater? So on this side, the chain is, there's still a small gap, but it's much closer together. But on this side, it is much more noticeable. The gap is just far, it's farther apart. So even that, I guess these are not big deals, but once you start questioning authenticity or craftsmanship, I don't know, my mind kind of just goes bananas. So I would love your thoughts, your honest thoughts, please. If it were you, would you keep it? If you were able to get this authenticated and you were told that it is absolutely 100% authentic, would you keep it given what I showed you on this side of the chain length, and also that gap on one side over here, under here? I did call Fashionphile and I spoke with a representative, and she said to me that sometimes Chanel changes up the strap length or the chain length depending on which country or market it's for, which I guess sounds pretty logical, but not really in my mind, because I wasn't sure if she was saying Chanel changes the chain length depending on which market they sell it in or which country they make it in, because she kept saying depending on which country it's from, and I was like, but they're made in France. This is made in France. So do you mean if it's meant for like the Asian market versus the Western market, or what do you mean? And she wasn't quite clear, so I asked if I could speak to an expert in the authentication department, because she was more of like a client service person, and she was very polite, and she said absolutely she will reach out to them. She said they don't do phone calls, but she will relay my concerns and they will email me with more details around why they stand by their authenticity of this bag. So I'm waiting for that email. She said it might take about an hour or two, so I'm just holding my breath. She also recommended that I could reach out to a company called Authenticate First, or maybe it's Authenticity First. I have to Google them. And she said that they can authenticate the bag purely based on photos. Now, I don't know. I feel like there are just so many super fakes out there that I'm not that confident that any company or anyone can authenticate just purely based on photos. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm also a little bit wary, not to get overly cynical, because I don't want to start doubting everything now, but I don't want to use an authentication company referred by the company that sold me the bag, if that makes any sense, right? So I don't know what their relationship is, but if anything, I'd probably use an independent authenticator that I find on my own, or someone refers to me outside of this whole situation. I know that Leather Surgeons does also do authentication, but I don't like the idea of shipping this out and waiting several weeks and all of that, because I will lose my hair while I'm waiting. So I love this bag so much right out of the box, and I was so giddy, and my kids were laughing at me because I was like a little kid in a candy shop. But then within the first 10-15 minutes, the closer I examined it, the more deflated I felt and the more nervous I got. Thus my phone call to Fashionphile. So let's see what happens. I'm sure there will be a part 2 video of this. But please let me know what you think. And if you have any knowledge, experience, or expertise around this particular bag, please let me know. And if you can ease my mind and give me some sense of reassurance, that would be great. Or if you know for a fact this is a fake or probably a fake, please let me know that too, because if there is a smidge of doubt, it is going back. I have no interest in replicas of any kind. So thank you so much for bearing with me through this video, and I hope I have an update for you guys soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.